It's also interesting to note that at one point late in life, Muhammad was the victim of a magic spell that lasted about a year. According to several passages in Al-Bukhari, one of the Jews stole Muhammad's hairbrush and used it to cast a spell on him. The spell made him delusional. So according to Muslim sources, God's greatest prophet, at the peak of his prophetic power, was the victim of black magic for about a year. That's a problem. Now let's put all...
Couldn't get it right from the beginning.
Thank you, Sam. The question is for you. Does the Quran teach that Muhammad sinned and was bewitched? You got it?
Yes. About him being bewitched, that's in Sahih Bukhari, volume 4, number 400. It says that Allah's messenger was bewitched. Now some Muslims will say that no, when the Quran is mentioning that Muhammad sinned, it's not really speaking of him, it's addressing his community. Surah 47 verse 19 will not allow for that. And yes, the authentic Islamic traditions affirm he did fall under the spell of a Jew and needed Gabriel to reveal Surah 113 and 114 to break him free from that spell. My question is this. If you look at the biblical prophets, not one of them ever fell under the inspiration or bewitchment of Satan. How is it that Muhammad, God's final messenger, did?
$800 innocent Jews. Now what else should I... Okay, the magic. He said the Prophet Muhammad, black magic was worked on the Prophet. What he doesn't know is that this story proves that Muhammad is a prophet of God. It's amazing. This story is actually proof that he's a prophet. Now, as he said, he gave you the details. A Jew took the hair of the Prophet and he performed black magic. Basically, what happened to the Prophet, he used to imagine that he was having sex with his wives when he wasn't. That's all the magic did to him. It did not interfere with the Quranic revelation. That's all it did. But what happened is, at the end of the day, 2 angels came to the Prophet and they told him where to go to find this hair comb so he could break the black magic. And what happened? He went to the spot and he destroyed the black magic. In fact, there's a wisdom behind all of this story, which is put your faith and trust in God. Because while the Prophet was under the bewitchment, he never relied on enchantments or all of these other things. He simply relied on God's help. And what happened in the end? God sent 2 angels to the Prophet and he was healed. Now a Christian has to be consistent. If you want to accept the first part of the story, you have to accept the second part of the story, which is that angels were sent by God to protect and heal the Prophet. You can't have it both ways, accept one part and reject the others. You can't have your cake and eat it. So which one is it?